going on, YouTube family? It's the New Year's Eve of 2025. And I thought, since it's New Year's, why don't I create my my list of my top 10 fragrances of 2025. Fragrances for me that I thought were just straight fire, straight bangers. And I put together my list of what I think are the best 10 fragrances that I personally own and that I purchased in the year of 2025. Let's start right off the list with one of my sleeper fragrances. This is a fragrance that my wife actually loves on me. It's a fragrance that I don't usually gravitate to because it's heavy on the rose. And this fragrance right here is called Anfar London Bateig Azul. Let me just, before I butcher that, Bateig Azul. And this by Anfar London. This opens up very fresh, but then it at the heart of it, it's a rose fragrance. And I typically don't like rose fragrances. I tend to think that rose fragrances lean a little feminine, but not this one. This one leans masculine, and it's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. So number 10 on my list would be Anfar London's. And you can see I took this with me on vacation, and doing traveling, I actually broke the top of this, but still I could use it, still sprays, and it's still a banger. So that's number 10. Number 9 on my list is Khadlaj Shadow, Shiyaaka Shadow. That's number 9. This is a very fruity, fresh fragrance. It's almost like a designer type of fragrance in the sense that it's mass appealing, but it gets me compliments. So I had to put it on the list. It's number 9. Also, the longevity and the projection on Shiyaaka Shadow is top tier. Number 8 on my list is Dumont Nitro White. I feel like this is a fragrance that not everybody talks about, but they should. This, is a very creamy, milky type of fragrance. And for me, nitro fragrances, they tend to lean a little fruity. This one gets a little creamy. It's very vanilla at the heart of it. And I love this fragrance. It's just very mass appealing. And it's different. It's one of the few that stand out in my collection. So that would come in at number 8. Number 7 is a fragrance that is very popular in the community. It's by Armaf, and it's called Odyssey, Homme. What makes this fragrance so special to me personally is because it's a dupe of one of my favorite fragrances, and that is Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. These two, if you love this, you'll love this because it gets very close to that type of fragrance. And it's like a spicy caramel, dark, mysterious type of fragrance. It's a fragrance that if you're going out on a date night, you can't go wrong with this. It's one of those fragrances that makes people want to get close to you and be like, wow, what is that dude smelling? He smells so different. So that comes in at number 7. Number 6 is another fragrance that's very popular. And I was kind of late on it, but I picked it up because I found it in Burlington. And when I saw it, I was just like, wow, this is a fragrance that's popular and everybody knows it. It's Vulcan Feu by French Avenue. And this is a God of Fire dupe. And what makes this fragrance so good is that it's a mango. At the heart of it, it's a mango fragrance. And I never really smelled fragrances that have mango in it, but man, this thing just hits. And the longevity on this, the projection on this is just top notch. I wore this and immediately my wife was like, what are you wearing? So that's also another great fragrance that comes in at number 6. We're moving now to the top 5. And number 5 coming in is Yom and Layl Wazir. Yom and Layl Wazir. Yom and Layl never puts their the name of their fragrances on the actual front of the fragrance. You have to turn it to the side, but you'll see Wazir if it focuses on it there. This is a dupe of Mind Games Queening. And I love that fragrance. I just didn't want to spend the 200 and something on it. So I got this from Yom and Layl because the reviews on it were really good. And let me tell you, this smells so close to the original that it never really made me want to go out and buy it. This actually, fit that need for me. And what this is, it's another creamy vanilla, but it does it in such a way that, man, it just blends so smoothly. To me, this is another type of date night, close encounter kind of fragrance, if you know what I mean. This thing, man, it just hits, and it's another compliment getter. My wife absolutely loves that one as well. Okay, we're moving into now the number 4 spot, and this is a newer pickup for me. A lot of people were talking about this fragrance. I actually got it on sale, and I picked it up to see, like, is the hype real? And let me tell you, it is. The hype on this is really, really real. And this is Armaf's Bling. Armaf's Bling. And if you can see, the actual bottle got a nice bling to it. So the name is actually fitting. And this is another citrus type of fragrance. However, this starts off citrus, but this fragrance right here is so complex because it doesn't stay citrus. It goes in this direction and then it does a hard left and it gets down to like a really woody, masculine scent. So it kind of does a 180 on you. And I thought that was, like for me, having so many citrus type of fragrances, to get something that still hits the citrus, but then it just goes in a different direction. I thought this was a must have. And it's, if you haven't tried this, get your hands on this. It's definitely worth the number 4 spot. And here we go on my top 3 guys for 2025. And listen, these 3, they could have been in any order, but I put them in order for you. And we're going to go with the number 3 spot. And that is Maison Asrar Vision. Maison Asrar's Vision. I know it's a weird bottle. The atomizer is, is on the edge over here. But man, this thing right here, bro, so freaking good. And it's such a compliment getter. I believe this is a dupe of Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. And it opens up very citrusy, not orange citrus, more apricot citrus, which is, for me, it was a new take. And what's great about this is the longevity, the projection. This thing is a beast. So when I'm out there, I get so many compliments when I rock this fragrance. I feel like if you have this in your collection, it's like a staple. It's a must have. And in 2025, this was definitely one of the most complimented fragrances that I wore. So it came in at number 3. Moving on to number 2. I spoke about it in my first video. I gave you guys the link as to where to get this on sale for under $25. This is Adyan Bleu d'Arabie. Adyan Bleu d'Arabie. And this, you got it, is a dupe of Imagination. And it comes so close to that fragrance. But what I didn't say in that video is the projection and the longevity on this fragrance. It's top notch. You know what I mean? So this, whenever I wore this, I had dudes in my job that never came up to me to talk about like, hey, Joe, what are you wearing? They came up to me and they were like, yo, bro, I just need to know, what are you wearing? And I put them on game, same way I put you guys on game. This right here is a must have, and it could easily been number 1, but it came in at number 2 because number 1, I don't know why no one's really talking about this fragrance. I've seen a couple people, but this should be, everyone should be talking about this. And once again, it's from Maison Asrar and it's DXB. Look at the dent that I put on this fragrance. This fragrance right here is my most complimented fragrance of 2025. It opens up just like Vision with a blast of citrus. And if you don't like citrus, do not get this, because this is so citrus heavy that you gotta love citrus. But what makes this so good is the way it just projects off of your skin. And where this one leans in the apricot direction, this one stays with more of an orange citrus, and it's just mass appealing. And I've wore this I wore it during the winter, during the spring, during the summer, and in all seasons, I get compliments every time I wear this fragrance. And I'll say one more thing. This is a true story. I actually had a family walk past me, and the lady sent her husband right back to me to ask me. He said, bro, I'm so sorry to bother you, but listen, my wife wants to know, what are you wearing? And I put him on game and I said, bro, Maison Asrar DXB. This is my #1 fragrance of 2025. That's my list, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I don't recommend anything that I'm personally not wearing. So, this is certified, fresh. And it's my honest opinion, my honest take of what I think are some of the best fragrances that came out in 2025. Now, some of these probably came out a little bit before 2025, but I purchased them in 2025. So this is my list. I hope you enjoy. God bless. Peace.